Hey guys, Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today I have a very rare and exclusive drop that I picked up off of the used bin at Down for Disc Golf the other day. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the Simon Line Fission Balance. When the Balance came out, I was one of the biggest haters of this disc. And I'm the type of person who can admit when I'm wrong. I did not like this off drop. I thought it was too stable. I didn't think it was very user-friendly, but I've learned the error of my ways. I've corrected my form quite a bit since I made that video. I'm throwing more flat, more nose down, getting my elbow out a bit more. I'm doing what I can these days. And funny enough, the Balance has actually squeaked its way, not only like something that I like to throw, but something that's gone straight into my tournament bag. I throw it backhand, forehand. It's like my do-it-all stable mid-range, and I really love this disc. We may still have some of these on Disc Golf Deals USA. You can save 10% by using my link in the description below. I got the sweet LA Lakers Luka Doncic Balance. So yeah, we're gonna compare the Neutron Balance to the Fission Balance. I also have the Vector, which is what the Balance was originally supposed to fly like, to my understanding, which is out of production. And then I have an Eclipse Hex, which is the most stable run of Hex. So I'm really curious to see how everything is flying today. Hopefully you guys can see the disc pretty well. It's like extremely sunny right now. The Vector is really nice, super underrated mid. I can see why they were wanting to bring that disc back. Flies really good. It's like stable, torque resistant, but still like point and shoot. Very similar to like a Rock 3. This is the Eclipse Hex. Kind of got over on that one a little bit. But the star of the show is definitely the Balances. So let's throw in the Neutron first. The Luka Don Lakers Color Special Edition Simon Line Balance. Super stable, goes straight if you throw it really hard and flat. It's like a do-it-all mid for me. I can flex it, I can hyzer it. I actually like using it for up shots. At least to me in my game, it's kind of similar to Gannon Burr and the MD5 for his game. Just that like 5-speed overstable mid that you can trust on each and every shot. Very useful shot to have. All right, first throw, Fission Balance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a beauty right there. Hopefully, I'm a little worried about the sun right now, but hopefully you guys can see that just so dead straight, but with a nice little fade at the end. Certain molds in the Fission plastic just simply don't work. The putters work really well, like Fission Envy, Fission Proxy. All that stuff is great. Fission Hexes, Fission Craves, they're all good. But when we start to get up into the distance driver category, the Fission distance drivers start to develop this really unusual like bubble top dome and a super low parting line. And if you know anything about how the design of discs affects the flight or how the molding affects the flight, if you lower that parting line too much, the disc just becomes a completely different flight characteristic and it becomes wildly understable. And we saw that from the Fission Trail and from the Fission Time Lapse. Now, the Fission Balance, although it does have a bit more dome than the Neutron, seems to be the parting line has maintained its integrity, and we got a beautiful straight flight with a nice controlled fade back to the left. So I'm hoping that this disc has that reliability of the Balance, but the feel and flight characteristics, so that feel and hand that you want from Fission, especially when it's cold like it is today, and maybe just a little bit straighter flight, but not too unstable. So far, so good. All right, check this out. Actually, I think this is pretty cool. It is the dead middle of winter. Look how like crispy and blue the sky is today. In just a few days, we're supposed to get like upwards of 4 to 6 inches in snow over a few days in Charlotte. I'm not sure I believe it, but man, it feels good to live somewhere where it is the middle of winter. I can come out, get some sunshine, and I mean, a bright blue sky. Let's go throw these discs again. All right, I've got you guys like super zoomed in on that basket in the distance. Hopefully that helps you be able to see in this super bright sunshine. Man, the vector, although I do love it on backhand, on forehand, it doesn't feel nearly as good as the balance. So that's an area where the new balance is actually way better than the old vector. That balance I forehand like crazy. This thing I would never forehand. It just feels a little too slow. The shoulder's not comfortable for a forehand for me, but flies good on backhand. Good flyer on the backhand. Feels like we got a little bit of a tailwind coming through now. I'm gonna trust this Eclipse Hex 176 gram to not burn it over like I did on that first shot. Wow, that held like a left to right moving line the whole way. That might be the straightest Eclipse Hex I've ever thrown. Simon line balance, this thing's a beefcake. With Silas Schultz now on team MVP, I think this is gonna replace his MD5. Just like Gannon throws that MD5, Silas is throwing the MD5. He was bagging at least 2 of them. I think he's really gonna love this disc on that Silas Schultz backhand flex. Let me know what you think his favorite disc is gonna be in the comments down below. I think this might be it. I think he's going to absolutely adore the balance in the Neutron plastic. For that line right there. Now here's something prancing around in the woods over there. It's like a little stray dog that comes out here sometimes when I'm filming. Hopefully I don't get pulled up on here. All right, Fission balance. Let's see how it compares to the Neutron. Let's see if we can get it to hold a little bit of turn. You can see she's plenty stable. It's definitely getting quite a bit more distance. Got a really nice fade back to the left at the end as well. It's getting us more distance. Not as harsh of a dump, more of a pushing, sweeping fade, which is getting us a little bit more distance as well. Really enjoying the flight of that so far. And one other super exciting announcement from MVP, they also signed Cal Longquist, which when it comes to backhand form, like he is one of the backhand gods. His form is so crispy. He throws the smoothest 80-mile-an-hour shots you'll ever see. Cal Longquist, I'm really excited to see him throwing MVP. My one concern for him is going to be the distance driver category. Is it going to be that same rigmarole where we have touring pros throwing the out of production, patent pending Domi dimensions? That's what I wonder about with when they add new players to the team. How are they going to adapt from Halo Destroyers and PD2s and DD3s, which are like obviously regarded as some of the best distance drivers ever made? How are they going to adapt to the MVP lineup with the super wide, flatter type distance drivers? Or are they going to throw the out of production stuff, which in my opinion doesn't look great for the brand in general? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. But I'm super pumped to see Calvin and Silas getting a really special opportunity with MVP this year. Really curious to see how it works out for them. All right, same deal. We're on 1.8x zoom, like right where the golf flag is. I have no idea what this video is going to look like coming this way in particular. Hopefully it looks feasible. I'm going to show you guys the vector here. I'm gonna crank up the power. We're going to crank it up to like level 8 right here. I'm going to get a little more saucy with it. It's the vector. Beautiful flight. I can see why those guys wanted to kind of bring that disc back. It is a good flyer. I feel like it's more of like a woods disc. I still wouldn't want to throw that disc into like a ripping headwind. I'd way rather throw something more like a reactor, obviously neutron balance, deflector, something more reliable. That thing can get sketchy into a headwind. This is the Eclipse Hex. There we go. That's kind of the stability from the Hex I've been expecting. It seems to be once you get the Hex turning, it seems to want to hold it, which is certain discs. It's like if you don't get them to flip, they don't flip up at all. But then if you flip them, they just don't, like, it's either all fade or all turn. There's not really much in between. At least that's been my experience with the hex, which I could be wrong. I'm not the best hex thrower out there. Just gonna put my bag on the tripod so she doesn't fall over. It's starting to get windy. So we got the 2 balances here. Ripping tailwind. Maybe that's where that stability came from. Let's throw this on like a super flex balance. Dude, I love that disc. Simon, I was wrong about the balance on my initial review, and I apologize for that. It's actually sick. Now that I suck slightly less, it's really good. Fission balance. That thing is good, man. I'm consistently getting just a few feet of extra distance. Similar reliable stability, but obviously a lot of you guys, especially the amateur players that watch the channel, you guys really like the Fission plastic, and for good reason. It feels really good in hand, but this run in particular has that same reliable stability as the Neutron. So I feel like the V2 and the V3 balances molded up a lot more like the Vector, and I'm pretty sure the stock balance was basically just the same thing as the prototype, which ultimately was the right decision. This is, in my opinion, a really great disc, and I definitely slept on it for way too long. Let's throw everything one last time, starting with the Vector. Vector, hex, balance, balance.